There's comedians right now been doing it for 25 years, doing the same jokes they've been doing. But they're likable. They sell tickets. They're comfortable. That's no problem. I want to get to a level where everyone eats. I love teaching, but I have one rule: learn how to listen.
I don't think they listen because their ego is too.
They go, oh, this fool doesn't know what he's talking about. This fool only has 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 500,000 followers.
Everybody thinks that they deserve a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody deserves a shot because you have to put in the work. People forget that there's hard work and consistency behind making it big.
Yeah.
And I think you're a testament to that.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
Dog, episode 100, dog.
100, man. Long time.
100.
Took you a year.
It took me longer, like a year and 9 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. But
congratulations.
we've been consistent, and I'm glad that it's you in episode 100.
Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
You're a solid dude. You treated us right.
Yeah, man.
Since the first time you came.
Yeah.
You didn't make a big deal that I erased the other one.
Yeah, we this is actually my third. This is my third time
he's
here.
the only one that's been here 3 times.
3 times, but we didn't release the second one.
Yeah, because
he deleted the footage.
I deleted it by accident.
He deleted
and it was
footage.
a good one, but we're gonna give him.
It was so good. It was 2 hours long.
This is how we're gonna start this one.
Yeah.
Bro, did you watch the Laker game last night?
I did watch the Laker game.
Is it just me?
I don't know. It just
okay. Or did it seem like Luca does not want to play and Luca's not vibing with LeBron?
I see it 100%. I felt Luca wants to get traded right away.
Yes.
Yeah. He wants to go back to the Mavs. Nah, not back to the Mavs.
Nah, Nico ain't gonna.
He's
going somewhere else. So do you think, is it safe to say that Luca's not gonna be a Laker next year?
Luca was missing layups, Luca makes some crazy shots normally, you know? He was missing 3. It just didn't feel right, man. It didn't feel right at all.
Bro.
They wanted out.
Bro, it was tough for me to watch that shit.
It looks like they bet the under.
For real,
yeah,
huh?
Right?
Like he purposely was like, what? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt bad because my daughter was like, Daddy, can we watch? I forgot what movie she wanted to watch.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no,
sweetie, we're watching the Lakers.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to the room and watch.
I actually bet on the Lakers to win because I think they have to win. It was win or go home.
How much you lose?
I lost $150, but it's all
right. That's still $150, fool.
I know, bro. That's like
8 coffees, dog.
That's like 25 tacos.
So I didn't know your birthday was on the 17th. Is it on the
It's on the 15th.
Okay, because my sister's on the 17th.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's on the 15th, but we're celebrating on Saturday at the Alex Theater. Yeah.
What's going on that day, dog?
I'm shooting my very first stand-up comedy special. My very first stand-up. I mean, I've shot a bunch of crowd work stuff. I've shot a bunch of like 15, 20-minute clips, or I have something on Amazon Prime called Jack Jr. Live in Las Vegas, but it's never a full stand-up hour. So this is my first stand-up hour comedy special, and I'm shooting it in my hometown of Glendale, California. And I'm excited because it's literally almost sold out. Like literally less than 100 tickets. 1,500 people, baby. 1,500
Well, you know those
people.
Armenians are like, all the Armenians were like, oh no, VIP. I want right now.
The VIP went fast.
Ah, hell yeah. And then all the others,
the balcony's still available.
If there's any available, they're going to sell out the day of. And it's going to be a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
Mexicans that wait till the end.
I'm
guilty of it too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to sell tickets backstage.
Oh,
you want VIP?
This is VIP squared. You know, like, how hard is it to prepare for something like that? Because you've been doing comedy forever. You're really consistent on social media. But when did you feel like, all right, it's time?
So I've been waiting my whole life to do my stand-up special because I've been waiting for someone to go, hey, we want to film your special. I was waiting for that because that's how it was back in the day. You got to get approached by someone, and then we're going to produce it, this, that. We were waiting. The big wait. So I waited. I was asked like, I was asked like to do stuff like, you should audition for the Tonight Show. You should do this. But when you do the Tonight Show, you have something to promote. So I always held on to like sending a tape into the Tonight Show because I have nothing to promote, right? Because I wanted to promote my special. So I decided. I said, you know what? Last year I said I keep waiting. I said I'm not gonna wait anymore. I said I have the fans. I did some stuff on YouTube. It did really well, and I said okay, maybe it's time. So I posted on Facebook, and I just said, that's how I get stuff off my chest. I post on Facebook, hey guys,
That's therapy.
I said, next year I'm shooting my comedy special in my hometown of Glendale, California, and I got a huge response. And I said, awesome. So I call up to Alex Theater and I go, how much to rent your place out? And they're like, 50 grand. I go, all right, let's do it. And that's it, man. I'm betting on myself. And here we are today. It is literally almost sold out. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be probably sold out. And I'm so grateful, man. And the hardest part about this special is this is 16 years of my stand-up. So basically, it's the way I talked back then is not how I talk right now. So trying to convert those and tell my whole story has been a challenge because I don't sound like that no more. I look at my old jokes from a long time ago. I don't sound like that. I do jokes about my son Dominic. He's 15 now.
Damn.
He was 1 and won this joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I have 5 kids. So like, I decided to change everything. I'm burning, like, I'm just literally throwing so much material that I've had, and I'm not gonna put in the special. The special basically is about me having an identity crisis growing up. Okay, I was never good enough to be Mexican because I wasn't full Mexican, and I'm Mexican from the United States. So I'm not Mexican enough. I'm not Armenian enough because I'm half Mexican. Or I'm not Armenian, I'm this kind of Armenian. There's different flavors of Armenian. There's Persian Armenians, there's Lebanese Armenians, there's Russian Armenians. So I wasn't good enough because I wasn't that. So either side didn't want me, right? So then I want to be white. I'm trying to be white.
And then, fuck it, I went the other side.
And then the white people didn't want me. So my whole life as a kid, I didn't know who I was. I leaned more Mexican as a kid because my grandmother raised me. My Mexican grandmother, she made me Catholic. I was Christian. Doesn't matter. Every day. Persínate. My grandmother's old school. She put saliva on my... You guys do that? Saliva on the ears? It would be raining outside. She said, ponte saliva. Ponte saliva. my grandma's there.
After she ate fucking frijoles, you fucking have a free.
Dude, my grandma was...
Fucking pinto bean right there.
I literally grew up very Mexican. Like, my mom would send me to Mexico City every summer. My grandma would raise me to, like, just... I guess my parents didn't want me, or they didn't have child money for like babysitting. So my mom would send me to Mexico City, and I grew up very Mexican. I grew up in the streets of Mexico City, and I went to church. I went to got tortillas in the corner. I did the whole thing, right?
And the whole Mexican experience.
The whole Mexican experience, bro. I swear, I was super. I remember one time I got sick, bro. I got sick, and my grandma is very old school. She didn't give me like medicine. She put tomatoes on my feet, bro. I had a fever.
Oh, that's Mexican fool.
I had a fever, bro, and she put tomatoes. And I'm like, are we making ketchup? What's happening? But I love my grandma, man. She just recently passed away, so rest in peace. But she made me very Mexican. Now, when I came back to the United States, my dad was like, I was speaking Spanish. I was watching soccer. I was very Mexican, right? My dad goes, you're Armenian too, right? And I was like, ¿Qué? ¿Qué pedo? You know? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es Armenian?
Ahí no hay tortillas.
¿A dónde está el Armenio? So then my dad put me in a private Armenian school, and then that's when I learned the Armenian culture. So I learned. So imagine that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
That's really okay. These are two different cultures which are very similar.
Very similar.
But it's still different languages.
100% different languages.
So it's like you're raised in Mexico, and then, or you would, go with your grandma, and then you come back, and your dad's like, no, but you're Armenian too.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go to Armenians.
Yes. Yeah, you're Armenian.
So
now I'm like, imagine me. I go to the school. I post pictures on my Instagram all the time. I'm wearing a freaking uniform. I'm dark brown because I'm playing soccer every single weekend. I'm dark brown, and I go to Armenian school, and everyone's just hairy, eyebrows, thick, and I stand out clearly. And I stand out very clearly, and I got picked on because I was half Mexican.
So did you have a crisis when it was lunchtime, and you were like, where the fuck the tortillas at?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Bro, I never, you're not even, you nailed it, bro. Like, I'm not kidding. I went for snack or lunch, and like in 3rd grade, and I had my money, and I wanted my what was it, chilito?
Yeah, the Lucas on
Lucas,
deck.
Lucas. Lucas, Miguelitos. Remember Miguelitos?
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I grew up on that, or Yakul, You know what I'm talking about?
Did you eat bubulubus? Or what is this shit called? Yeah, bubulubu, right?
No, I don't have that one.
No, but that's, I mean, even though it's
or los cacahuates,
the
cacahuates.
Oh, cacahuates. I still eat them.
Yeah. So that was my snack, you know? When I went to this school, they had Armenian snacks where like lahmacun, menej, and all this stuff has like bread with za'atar and peppers. Like, and boiled eggs, which is like bread with cheese in it. And I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, what is this?
Want tal chile,
Yeah. Literally, so I had to like learn both at a very young age. And here we are, man. I'm 40 now, and I'm still finding my identity. And I realize that I'm never going to be just one. I'm both.
But I'm glad that you're sharing it, because there's a lot of young kids that deal with it, even in the Mexican community.
Yeah.
Because we go through similar challenges, because we're not Mexican enough for the Mexicans.
Yeah.
And we're not American enough for the Americans.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, what
Chicano, yeah.
And then we have like 20 different subcultures: Chicano, Mexicano, Latino, que sabe qué, que Latinx.
Latinx.
Bro,
What?
I'm fucking confused, dog.
Bro, it's too much.
It's just way too much.
It's so much.
I identify as Mexican American.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
remember when I was little, it was Cholo or Paisa.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was it. It's pretty simple, dog.
Pretty simple.
And then you mix them together.
Yeah.
And then you had the Cholo Paisas. You know, like, yeah, so I could just imagine, bro. But now that we're talking about food, because, you know, I love food.
Yeah, yeah.
What Armenian food would you eat during lunch? And what Armenian food would you eat during dinner?
Okay, this is easy.
If you had to pick.
Armenian food for lunch and Armenian for dinner. For Armenian food for lunch, it'd probably be like a lahmacun, which is
What is that?
We call it like an Armenian pizza. It's basically a piece of lavash bread, and they have like ground beef on it and spices and peppers. It's delicious. You put lemon on it. You roll it up like a taco. Well, I used to roll it up.
Okay.
It was like an Armenian taco.
He was improvising, dog. Yeah, fuck it. It looks like a taco.
It looks like a taco. And then for dinner, I'm a kebab guy. You know, I love my kebabs, like chicken kebab, beef kebab, lula kebab, and it's just different rice. You know,
Okay.
the Armenian rice is like
Couscous?
Couscous? No? I'm not a big couscous kind of guy. But Armenian rice is just like I don't know what kind of rice it is, but just regular rice. Mexican rice.
All right, dog.
Saffron. Yeah.
I got a confession to make, dog.
Huh.
One of my favorite spots
Huh.
to eat when I worked at this one company that I'm not going to mention,
Yeah.
because you don't get free fucking, anyways.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? This real estate company I used to work with in Montebello.
Oh, Montebello Armenians are there for sure.
Yes. Well, one of those spots was Armenian.
Yeah.
I did not know.
What an Armenian was.
No, I didn't know what Armenian food was.
Yeah.
But it's just, we would go there and I eat the kebabs and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place to go to, bro.
Yeah.
I actually had my 40th birthday there because my wife
Yeah.
doesn't like the food. Well, the confession is, I didn't know I was eating Armenian food, dog.
Wow.
And that shit was bomb.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
That's so funny.
So I was like, and then I found out because the owner was really cool with me and he had a really
Hey, my friend. Hey,
yes,
come here.
hey, my friend. Oh,
No,
man,
you try
bro,
this. You got to try
bro
this
there.
one.
Bring you know,
Bring wife. Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh shit, this food,
Yeah.
this food reminds me of my tío, you know, because both cultures are very similar,
Very similar.
and I think emotions run high on both, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think one is more emotional than the other, or do you think
No.
they're both the same?
I think
equally?
I think we're exactly the same. I think we're very, very proud people, very hardworking people. We're hustlers. That's what makes me I think I'm the biggest hustler because I have both these in my heart and my soul, my blood. We're very family oriented, right? We love big families, and we're religious. You know, we're Christian, Catholic are very, very similar. Yeah, and we get married, church. I think it's so much. And Armenian men and Mexican men are very jealous. Very jealous men, machismo,
Toxicos.
Toxic. They want to, like they protect their women. You know, they're very.
They're, you what?
they're-
Kicking my girl's ass out? Like, shit, it's so violent.
Very similar, man. That's why I feel like there's a lot more of this blend now. You know, it's because we're very similar. You know, I'm seeing it a lot more now.
And I think nowadays, I just think our cultures are being embraced more.
Yeah,
So now what you went through,
yeah,
it's gonna be really difficult for kids to go through it now, which is good.
yeah, 100%.
Because now it's like, all right, we're in tune with our culture.
Yeah.
It's more acceptable. I don't want to say it's cool, you know, but I'm just saying it's acceptable and it's more
Yeah,
embraced.
it's like a trend.
Yeah, it's trending. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
you know what's funny? It's way more acceptable now. Like parents will come up to me and are like, "Oh my God, can I get a picture with you? We just had a kid and your kid, my kid is just like you." And I'm like, I'm mad inside. I'm like, he's nothing like me. I said, he don't know what I went through. I got picked on by both sides. Everyone's always asking me like, when you were in high school, when people, because Armenian and Mexicans were fighting all the time in high school. I went to Glendale, bro. Armenian and Mexicans fought all the time. They're like, what side were you on? I'm like, the side that was winning. I'm like, dale putazo. You know? But yeah,
that's actually, that must have been tough.
Bro, it was tough, bro. It was
Once
tough.
you really put it like that, and then it takes me back to my high school years.
Yeah.
And then like, damn, fool, like if picking sides?
Yeah, it's so tough,
Even
bro.
though you're both?
But the thing is, you know what side I really chose? I chose sports. I chose sports.
That's beautiful.
I literally, I played sports my whole life. I played soccer as a kid. I played roller hockey during the Mighty Ducks time.
Roller hockey?
Yeah,
this was gift.
Mighty,
That's just hard,
my
bro.
dude, bro, you had to play. Do you know watch the Mighty Ducks?
Nah,
You didn't watch the Mighty Ducks? Bro, I was a huge Mighty Ducks fan, man. Emilio Estevez, Goldberg, all that.
I watched the movie, but
the movie.
not
Not the team, bro. I didn't watch the team.
Okay.
I'm talking about the movie, bro.
Yeah, I was fucking with it, fool.
Dude,
I tried rollerblading, too.
Yeah, I started rollerblading.
And I ate shit like a motherfucker.
I rollerblading and I playing roller hockey. And then when I got to high school, I started playing basketball. Kobe Bryant fan. I started playing basketball. And then that's why I was big in sports in high school.
So then that kept you from?
It kept me away from all the drama because there was a lot of drama. Cholos and so imagine a cholo, right? Cholo, what's up? Come spider, and then a Armenian guy who just came to this country from Armenia, who's wearing all black. He has a folder, and they bump into each other. The cholo trying to prove something. This guy just got to this country. He's trying to prove something, and they don't speak the language. They start fighting, and then it became a thing. Armenians and Mexicans would fight all the time. You ever hear the riots in Grant High School? Teachers, students, that was Armenian Mexicans.
But I just think it has to do with our personalities that are very similar.
Yeah.
Because I think that machismo in the Armenian culture is hand in hand with the machismo and tough guy shit in the Mexican community.
Yeah.
So now you get two fucking gallos.
Yeah.
They're going to fuck each other up.
100%.
You know, so it's like, it's an interesting dynamic, but it's like, it must have sucked.
It sucked because I didn't want to have to choose a side. Until this day, I don't want to have to choose a side. Yeah. That's why I didn't choose either. I married an Asian girl.
Fuck. So then your children.
My son is, my kids are, Jacob and Dylan are Filipino, Portuguese, Armenian, Mexican. I made a Pokemon, fool.
Damn. And how are you raising them?
So funny thing is, our school districts are just going through a lot right now. And one thing I loved, I went to public school, I went to private school, and I feel like a lot of what made me a hustler was that tough love, that bullying in the Armenian school. I went to Armenian school, right?
Okay.
And
that was public school.
That was private.
Private school.
Private Armenian school.
Bullying in private school?
Yeah, they could bully me because I was different.
Oh, because you were different.
So but now it's not like that anymore. But one thing I liked about that school was we went to church once a month or twice because it was right across the street. The school is associated with the church, so there's church involved. I know the parents there, the private school, this, that, I know what they're learning. They're learning about the culture. Because I could teach him Spanish from home. You know, you could learn Spanish anywhere. Everyone speaks Spanish, but Armenian is something that you don't really hear all the time. And I wanted him to get a little taste of that. So I just signed up Jacob in a private Armenian school. He's 3. He starts in August.
Is that Christian?
It's Christian. Okay, Christian, yeah, Christian Orthodox. And I feel like he's excited. He went and audited a class. We went. And he literally walked in there and he loved it. And cause when you're little, you don't see color, you don't see race, you just see other kids playing. Yeah. And I like the school. Shout out to Ferarian Armenian School. We're putting him there in August, and I'm really excited for him, man. It helps too because I have a very big Armenian fan base. So when I walked in there, they're like, "Hey!" And I was like,
"Oh, they are. You're like fucking big ass celebrity in that community."
I go, "Dale,
dame I talk to you all the time with my Armenian. Fucking like when I go and I meet Armenians, be like, "You know my friend? Who's your friend?" Jack Jr.
Oh, you know Jack? Oh, yeah. I've been so blessed with the like they really put their big arm around me. The Armenian community from all over the freaking country. And now I'm doing my first show in Armenia. I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving the United States. I'm going to Armenia July 23rd, and I'm doing a show at the Hard Rock Yerevan, July 24th. And tickets are almost sold out. And the show's in like 3 months.
How does that feel that you're selling out in another country, bro?
Bro, it feels amazing, and I'm so blessed to be doing this, man. I'm like I tell everyone, when you guys buy a ticket to my show, you're not just buying a ticket to a show. You're putting food in my kid's mouth. You're housing us, and this is what I do for a living. I make people laugh, and I hope when you come to a show, you leave with like some like just happiness, and that's what makes me happy, making you guys happy and making you laugh. And every show you come to my show it's usually different. I'm always writing and creating new material, and I hope to see you guys at a show.
But you deserve it, bro.
Thanks, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a DM 3 days ago.
Oh, sorry.
I think everybody thinks that they deserve a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody deserves a shot because you have to put in the work. People forget that there's hard work and consistency behind making it big.
Yeah.
And I think you're a testament of that.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't fucking stop.
I don't stop.
Hope you guys are enjoying the episode, but I wanted to shout out my boy Eric from Esco Builders that's building my ADUs in the city of Linwood. So if you guys are looking for a great construction company, this is my boy Eric. Let them know how they can reach you.
Hey guys, so we build ADUs just like this for JR. Like it's a second home in your backyard. So if you're interested in that, just follow me on Instagram, social media, Eric Paul, Paul, last name Escobar.
And let them know JR recommended you. Now let's get back to the episode, baby.
Bro, after this, I'm doing 2 other podcasts today. Like, it's just a grind. I got an interview today with the LA Times tonight at 7:30.
No fucking
Yeah, I'm going to
way.
be on the paper, Los Angeles Times. I just made the cover of Glendale News Press 2 days ago. Like, it just never stops, dude. Every morning I wake up and I go, what's my hustle today?
Okay. But my question to you is, for those of you that, and back to what I said earlier, like, what I meant is that I get people asking me like, hey, put me on. And like, I look at their stuff and I'm like, but bro, you ain't putting no work here.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not asking me to put you on. You're asking for a handout.
Yeah.
At this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I'm okay with.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I hate that.
But it's like hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work, and it's always going to happen, bro. You're always going to make it happen.
Yeah.
But what do you think separates like the average comedians to people that are making it?
So with comedians right now, anyone can make a stable living as a comedian. They could, all right?
Okay.
There's also these comedians that are on social media, these TikTokers, these Instagrammers. They're just posting clips and waiting to hit a lottery ticket. You know, that one clip that blows them up. Mm-hmm. That's another way you can make it. But you can literally make a career doing stand-up comedy by just putting work, it depends on your situation. Like, how much money do you need to make it work? Like, that's all I tell everybody. Like, when I interview someone, when I used to work for T-Mobile, and I used to work for a sales job, I would ask them a question. I'm like, so why do you want to work here? And they're like, oh, I need to make money. I said, well, how much money do you need to make? And then if they chose a number, I go, okay, this guy's not gonna hustle. He just wants this, you know. When I wake up every morning, I tell myself I need to make $1,000 a day. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I need to sell 20 tickets. I need to do an Instagram video. I need to do a promotion. I need to make this a day to cover my expenses. Okay. If I sell this over, then I made it. I'm hustling, you know? So I think the problem with comedians right now is they just get content with those $50 spots at a comedy club, $100 spots. So, yo, I made $350 this week. You're not. That's what I'm saying. So these comics get comfortable with that, or they get stuck on the road with a headliner for like 5 months, 6 months, and they're getting paid $100 a show. That's the standard pay. As a feature, you get $100 a show. You do 5 shows in the weekend, you get $500. So imagine for 3 days you're making $500, but you're still buying your own food, your drinks. If it's a good headliner, he'll pay for the food and drinks, and he'll pay for your hotel and things. But sometimes the headliners don't do that. So think about it. a lot of people cap out. They're just like, okay, I'm okay with this. They post a few flyers. Look, I'm headlining. I'm opening up for this headliner, blah, blah, blah. And they get comfortable. The problem with these comedians, they get comfortable, and then now they're doing it for 20 years, and they haven't grown at all. So for me, I never am satisfied, ever. Right now, I'm unhappy with what I have. You know why? Because my family's growing, right? My kids are growing. The bills are growing. Tomorrow, Jacob's going to need braces. Dominic is about to turn 18. He's going to go to college. So my bills are getting higher. So as the bills get higher, I need to get higher. I need to excel. I need to write more material. I need to be more creative. I can't be doing the same jokes. There's comedians right now been doing it for 25 years, doing the same jokes they've been doing. But they're likable. They sell tickets. They're comfortable. That's no problem. I want to get to a level where everyone eats. Everyone's taken care of. But I'm teaching my kids how to hustle at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just give my son, here's $100,000. Here. No, they're going to work for it. So every morning I wake up. I've been up since 7 this morning, and I've been thinking, what's the goal today? I'm going to hit up these 3 podcasts. I'm in San Antonio this weekend. I need to sell 50 tickets by today for San Antonio. I'm in Chicago tomorrow on Sunday, and then I'm in Vegas. So from now up until May, Cinco de Mayo, my goal is to sell over 200 tickets. That's how I do it. And the way I do it, I post Instagram reels. I go on Facebook group chats. I see San Antonio comedy. I go Armenians in San Antonio, Mexican in San Antonio. I find ways to get more reach. I run ads. I run this. I run that. I tag people. I'm always on my phone. And my wife said, why are you on your phone? I said, because this is how I make money. This is my hustle. So a lot of comics don't know that. You know what I used to do, bro? I used to get people's phone numbers after shows. I used to ask, hey guys, if you guys like me, here's my cell phone number, and I would put my cell phone number out.
No fucking way.
I did. I can show you on my phone, bro. Like I'll show you right now. Look, this is an old one. I'll type in Patterson, California, small town.
And
look,
then you label them.
Patterson 11, Patterson 12, Patterson 13, Patterson 14. I have all these numbers. I have cities, bro. And then I still do it. I'll text people, hey guys, I'm coming to your city. Individual text. I'll spend about an hour to 2 hours a day texting people. If you guys ever see my Instagram, you probably got a message. If you like my post, I'll message you. Hey, man, thanks for liking my post. What city are you in? And I have a conversation right away. That person liked my post. Why not acknowledge him? I acknowledge him right away. Oh, my God, I love you. I'm in Sydney. I said, I'm trying to come to Sydney. How about this? Get me in contact with someone, and I'll come to Sydney. That's how the Armenian thing happened. Someone liked me from Armenia.
No fucking
And I go,
way.
let's do it. They put me in contact with someone in Armenia. I talked to that person in Armenia. Now I have a direct contact. I'm about to go to Lebanon. The same thing happened in Lebanon. I got a message yesterday. Hey, we want you to come to Lebanon. You're right by in Armenia. You're very nearby. Come to Beirut. And I said, I want to come to Beirut. Those are my roots. I'm Lebanese Armenian. I want to come to Beirut. They go, what do we need to make it happen? I said, I need a microphone and some spotlight. That's it. He goes, that's it? I said, that's it. I said, find a venue with a microphone and a spotlight, and I'll come to freaking Lebanon. And that's my hustle, bro. I treat every person not like a fan. I treat them like a person. You know what I'm saying?
That's important now because now you're building relationships.
Build relationships, bro. That's it. That's my hustle. That's what makes me different from other comedians. I see a lot of comedians, and I'm not talking shit about other comedians. I'm just saying that that people are not looking for the bigger picture. And I was like that too, man. I was on drugs. I was alcoholic. I would go up there and make $50. I'd be like, look, my name's in the marquee. Picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, now what I'm seeing is like, okay, cool. That's on the marquee. That's promoting me. What about tomorrow? What about next week? What about the week after? You know?
But do you think this thought process and this mindset has a lot to do with having a clear thought process without having any substances and without drinking and without like doing what you were doing back then?
I still drink.
Or the other stuff you were doing?
No, because I was still the same guy back then. I was always hustling. I think what's been more different is that since I haven't been using those stuff, I sleep more, and I wake up early now. That's basically what I'm saying. Back then I wasn't waking up. I was sleeping in. You know?
So like what, 11?
So I was 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Well,
I was having breakfast at 4 p.m.
No, man.
But I'm up till like 7, 6 a.m. partying. You know? So That's old me, you know. But I'm saying right now, my main thing is I'm just trying to stay. My main thing right now, which I've been struggling with, is my mental health. Sometimes I feel like I'm working too much, and it's okay to put the phone away for a second and watch a show on TV, you know?
But do you think that this here, as much as we need it to make money, this contributes to a lot of stress and a lot of maybe it triggers some mental health
Bro,
problem that
100%.
you start overthinking shit?
Bro,
I don't know if I'm the only one.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping it 100, dog.
Social media has been like, you post a video like, oh my God, I only had 20,000 views. What the hell? This fool has 1 million. That joke sounds like my joke. That's my joke. Is that my joke? Did you write it first? Then you start freaking out. Oh, that fool used to open for me. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's stress.
Yeah.
So I've noticed everyone thinks they know social media and tries to give you advice. And that's the worst part, man. Nobody knows social media. It's an algorithm.
It's an algorithm that changes weekly, daily, fucking.
Yeah. People are like, oh my God, when you post, someone needs to comment right away. If they comment right away, it changes the algorithm. No, when you post, you're going to post at 6 o'clock. When you post, you're going to post at 8 o'clock. Don't say this. Don't use captions. Use captions. Don't do this. You need to zoom in. You need to zoom out. You use different colors. Bro, like everyone, imagine hearing that from everybody, and then that's all in your head, and then you're like, what's wrong with me?
You know what irks the shit out of me? When motherfuckers try to give you advice.
Yeah.
On some shit that they don't do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you need to do this, and you need to interview this person, and you need to do fucking post at this time.
Yeah.
You look at their shit, 20 followers.
Yeah. Or you need to lose weight. I'm like, bitch, you look at yourself.
Bro, like, I'm like, somebody
you need
call
to get
me like,
healthy.
fool, you're a 5 foot fat fuck.
Damn.
I'm like, damn,
Damn, bro.
Like, no mames, way.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
6'1", bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Yeah. But it's like, I'm not even like huge on social media. Like, I have real followers, real fans. I'm like at 100K on Facebook. I'm like at almost 100K on Instagram. But there's these other guys, man, that they're so blessed, man. I'm so proud of, like Ralph Barbosa, Renee Vaca, like they're rest in peace, Ken Flores. These guys have like over 500,000+ followers, and they just got to post, hey, I'll be here on a video,
And boom.
and toma, sold out. You know, that's where I want to be, man. That's the dream. That's the dream. But the sick thing is, bro, I don't think I would change the way I am still. If I had 1 million followers, bro, and they DM me, I would probably spend the whole day messaging
But
people
that's what
back.
got you there.
Yeah,
So I don't
I
think
would.
that you would.
Yeah,
wanna-
like everyone's like my agent was like, not my agent, my friend, comedian friend was like, hey man, so like after you shoot your special, that's a lot of people. Like, are you gonna do a meet and greet? And I go, you goddamn right, I'm gonna do a meet and greet. He said, that's like 1,500 people. You're gonna be out there forever. I said, yeah, but those 1,500 people came to see me, and if I can spend 2 seconds with them and take a picture with them and shoot the shit real quick, and it makes them happy, it makes me happy. Yeah, I'll be a little tired, but it's my 40th birthday. I'm shooting a special. Why not go out into the audience and, you know, give the audience what they want?
Dope.
Like, you know, I'll spend 2-3 hours taking pictures and talking to someone. If they wait, I'll be there. You know,
That's a lot of people, though, huh?
it's a lot of people, bro.
But it shows a lot.
It shows a lot.
Imagine how you're gonna make somebody's day right there, dog.
Dude, I'm excited, bro. I'm so excited. I'm nervous too, though.
That's what I was gonna say. You're not a little bit nervous?
I'm really nervous. I'm not gonna drink that day either.
Nah, you should until after. Fool.
100%. I'm gonna get
Celebrate
lit. I'm gonna
after.
get lit afterwards. We're having an after party at Giggles across the street.
Well, I'm gonna have a shot with you.
You're gonna come with me. You're gonna come, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a
Shit, we're
VIP
gonna-
event, fool. Yeah.
Put a VIP.
Put on
right
VIP.
Here, dog.
Put on VIP.
I'm thinking I want to bring my sister. That's her birthday.
Hell yeah, bring your sister.
You know,
Yeah.
so let's
It'll be
see what
dope.
she has planned.
It'll be dope, man. I got mariachis when you come in, bro.
Dang.
I think this is the most Armenian Mexican event ever. Let me tell you this: when you walk in, when you're giving your ticket, I got mariachis.
No fucking way. And then you walk in, and
you
then
walk in,
somebody
I got-
gives you a
I-
kebab.
No, I got baklava. They're passing out baklava.
No
Armenian
way.
Armenian coffee. I hired a.
How is that Armenian coffee, dog?
Bro, the Armenian coffee is it's what made me stop doing cocaine.
No,
I
That
swear,
strong?
it's strong, bro. Bro, if you ever, if you're ever little tomado, bro, some Armenian coffee, bro, hit the spot. It's like a little. It's
like
and it's
fucking
not,
liquid cocaine. For
it's so you ever been to Miami? Of course you have, right? Miami.
Yeah, I've been.
What are those things called? Colitas or what are those?
Which ones?
It's like Armenian coffee, but it's like it's all sugar.
Okay.
It's a similar, but that's like wow. It's like that. That's like
really.
It's
You're
like
about to fucking fall out.
Armenian coffee is just smooth, man. It's a few sips, it's bomb. It's so good.
How going back to the private school stuff?
Yeah.
I put my daughter in private school.
Yeah.
It's a big change, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like I think it's worth every penny. I mean, it's a Christian school.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, it's worth every penny.
Yeah, it
especially with all the weird shit that they're doing in LA County. And
yeah, it's
LAUSD, Downey USD.
Yeah, you basically you protect your kids because you know what's going on at the school.
Yeah.
Less students, more teachers. You know the curriculum. And
bro, I helped my daughter do Bible verses, dog.
Wow.
So she's like, Daddy, test me. I'm like, I don't even know this.
I didn't know this, right? Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay.
But you don't tell her that.
No, hell no.
Yeah, you're
I'm
just
like,
like,
oh.
you're like, if I give you the answer, you're not gonna learn.
She was fucking.
You're
Yeah.
learning.
Well, she came up to me yesterday. Like, all right, Daddy, test me. I'm like, cool. I get the paper and they're teaching them about tariffs.
Tariffs. No way.
Dog.
Damn.
I was like, when the fuck did they teach us about tariffs?
They did teach us.
Well, not me.
I don't remember.
LAUSD, vale verga. And that shit just like, sometimes I'm like, damn, like, you know, we pay a lot. But then it's like moments like that and you're like,
it's worth it.
Fool.
Yeah, man.
It's worth
a lot of my I look at my classmates from when I went to public school and private school. A lot of my private school friends are doctors, lawyers, you know, engineers, and then the public school ones are in college debt. A lot of them, you know. But then there's also some success. There's also some successful ones, but like,
but do you think
school's not for everyone, dude? I didn't go to school. I went to college for like, I think 3 classes, and then I'm like, we can leave.
I don't have to be here.
Yeah, I can just like walk out right now. We can leave. So yeah, I stopped going, and I realized I was better in sales and with people. So I started working for companies and selling other products till I finally realized why don't I sell myself? Like not like I meant like
no
sell,
diddy
like,
fool, no diddy.
I meant like sell like like my brand.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how I started doing comedy.
Because you become the brand.
Yeah, I wanted to be an actor.
Marketing.
Actor is like the goal. Was the goal. And then
how about now still?
It still is the goal. I love doing skits and being funny and serious. I actually auditioned for a show. I can't even say I signed the NDA. A big show. I auditioned for a really big show, a major show. And it was cool because I got to play it's like gangster mafioso fool.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, homie.
Damn, fool. American Barro with the phone right here.
I slick back my hair. Oh, it's dope.
So with everything that you got going on, like how do you juggle that with? You have 5 kids, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me the secret, dog.
The secret is you have to have a really good partner, man. My wife she's the best, and she's losing it, bro. We're both losing it. We fight all the time, man. We fight all the time, but it's not about me and her thing. It's about the kids. You know, I try. My wife is the most beautiful, good-hearted person. She's the best, man. But one thing that she needs to work on is she needs to know how to delegate. Delegation is key, especially when you're running a business. I learned delegation a long time ago. I learned, like just simple as someone calls you like, hey JR, this is broken, and I'll be like, hey man, don't call me with the problem, call me with the solution. Click. Stuff like that. You go figure it out. Why do I have to figure it out? You're working for me. So my wife, I need her to delegate the older kids to help more around the house, so she has less stuff to do. She wants to do everything herself, and it's because she's a mom.
That's a mom, dude. I think most moms are like that.
But she needs to delegate. Like I'll hire like a maid to come, and then when the maid leaves, she'll complain, and she's like, she didn't do nothing. She like complained to me about it. I said, well, tell her what you want done. You know, the other day she fired her. I'm like, why'd you fire her? Like, you know, like I liked her. I liked the way she put my socks in my underwear. Like I liked it, you know. And I'm not saying like you don't like the way you do it, but she, you know. And she goes, she does your stuff better because you pay her. And like, what are you talking about? That's not true. But I just feel like my wife needs to learn more how to delegate and to kind of like take it easy sometimes, you know. Like she'll be like,
I agree with you.
She goes, she'll be like, I have to take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese today. I'm like, why? I'm like, we have a huge house. She goes, they feel trapped. I said, no, maybe you. I said, you know, so we fight about that. But when I'm home, I try to make as much time as I can for the kids. I'm exhausted. But like yesterday, I'm exhausted, bro. I just came home from Reno from 5 shows. I'm exhausted. And I literally took her, we woke up in the morning, we went to Universal Studios.
Damn,
we walked around
5 days.
Yeah, 5 shows. We went to Universal, we hung out all day, and then we left. Came home, I took a nap, and then I woke up from my nap, and then she goes, "How was your nap?" And I'm like, I said,
amazing.
I go, terrible. Like I couldn't sleep because all the kids were crying. But it's all about communication, man. It's just she knows her job, and she knows my job.
Yeah, I just think speaking from my experience, I think moms deserve more credit, dog,
bro.
Because I
100%.
can't. I love my kids, but after being a provider, then you get there and you see what they have to go through, or when they have something to do and then you stay home by yourself with the kids, and then you're sitting there and thinking to yourself like,
I couldn't do this all day.
Fuck, every day of this?
Yeah,
it's wild, yo.
Yeah,
and then I have a different perspective, and I just look at her differently, like, that you're a fucking G.
Yeah.
Moms are G's, dog.
They're the best. And the good moms.
Every day?
The good moms.
I don't know, dog. And I think I'm a great dad, fool, but I'm like, oh, fuck.
No, she even one time we were fighting, and she didn't get mad that I said this, but I'll tell you. We were fighting, and she's like, oh, you're just a fake dad on social media. You post pictures of your kids when it's convenient. I go, oh, shit. And then I'm like, oh, shit. Like, that hurt me. It hurt me. And then I'm like, am I a fake dad? And we had an argument about it recently. So I'm like, remember when you said that? She goes, I didn't mean that. I said, I know, but you said it. And now you're questioning me, like, so what do I do? You want to move out of this big house? You want to go to a small place and I'll work less and I'll be a great dad? Or do you want me to keep hustling? You can't do both.
No.
It's impossible. Like, it's impossible to do both. I'm sorry. Especially if you're touring and traveling. It's so hard. It's so hard. You could bring them. People go, oh, bring them with you. I said, okay. Now I'm making no money when on the road. You know, we're making just enough where it covers my costs.
Yes.
You know, like I'm going to Armenia for 2 weeks, right? Everyone's like, are you taking your family? And I'm like, I can't. Dude, it's like $4,000 flight, you know? It's expensive. I'm not going to have them in coach and have them in first class. You know what I'm saying?
Savage.
It's
Champagne, mister?
It's just, it's expensive.
And then you fucking look over.
It's expensive.
But speak to your kids.
But you know what I did, bro? I said, everyone's like, why are you going for 2 weeks? I said, because first of all, it's a 20-hour flight, right? It's going to take me, I'm going to lose a day to get there. I'm going to lose a day coming back. All right, that's 2 days gone. So, and I'm doing multiple shows there. I think I'm going to do 3 shows in Armenia, spread out. And I want to shoot a documentary.
Well, that's dope.
Of Yerevan, because when you hear Armenian right now in LA, what do you think of? Fast cars, flags, Armenian flags, protesting, shutting down the freeway, violence, fighting, war, genocide. That's all you hear.
Yep.
My goal is to go to Armenia with the camera crew and film the positivity, the good stuff. Look at our villages. Look at the food we make. Look at the nightclub life. Look at the beautiful scenery, the lakes, all this stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn that 10 days there, and I'm gonna shoot a whole thing. And I'm actually looking for a sponsor right now, so to cover the cost, because it's really expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I could just imagine. Imagine there's gonna be 7 of you.
Well,
I'm people need to understand that. Like, yeah, take your family. Like, yeah,
7 people.
They're not giving me this shit. Like,
I know,
it's expensive.
It is expensive, man. It's so expensive.
I mean, 2 first class and 5 in coach.
We tried that one time. She didn't let me. We also had a coach.
Bro. I just think it's very important that in marriages for the husband and the wife to have a concrete plan and know who has to do what and who the provider is and what that entails.
Yeah.
I think that's why some marriages fail.
Yeah.
Because you want me to be the provider, and you want me to be super involved with the kids, and you want me to do all this other shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like,
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's hard with everything.
It's hard as fuck.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix?
Probably.
They did
but I don't know.
the story of Johnny Cash.
No, I haven't seen it.
So there's a scene in that movie where I relate to so much. Johnny Cash, he marries his sweetheart, gives her everything. He's trying to make a band, and he's trying to make it. And he goes, I love you. I promise you I'm going to give you your house. I'm going to give you your kids. I'm going to give you everything. And Johnny Cash makes it. Johnny Cash is touring with Elvis. He's touring. He's all over. And at the very end, he comes home and he's hanging his pictures on the wall. And she's just mad at him because he's always with his band. And he's writing music and this, that. And he's freaking having the meltdown. And they're fighting. And then he's like, what do you want from me? I gave you your house. I gave you your kids. I gave you all your things you wanted. What did you want from me? She's like, I want you. And I was like, maybe I can't do that. And I was just like, wow. Sometimes I feel like that because we're working so hard to give these materialistic things so everyone's comfortable. So all the kids have their own room, their own shoes, their own cars, their own insurance, they're all this. And you're always thinking about all these things. And then you just have no more time for each other. That's what I'm saying. It takes so much time for you. You need to spend time with your wife. You need to go on date nights. You need to be together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get lost in that sometimes.
That's why having a balance in theory sounds good, but it's like you're going to have to make that effort to spending more time. At least I do.
Yeah.
You know, but it's fucking hard because even when you do make time, what's on your mind?
The bills, the expenses.
How you're going to provide.
Oh, yeah.
So I know a lot of people could relate, but a lot of people don't like to talk about it. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm here. I'm present. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got this new project coming up.
Yeah.
I have to do this. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
But yet I'm still trying to be present. That shit's hard.
How much you need to make a month just to pay bills?
My bills are very minimal. Like, to cover my...
Let's just say mortgage, cars, note, insurance.
I need to be making like $7,000 a month to cover
everything.
That's pretty low.
That's very low.
I don't have a mortgage.
That's you don't have a mortgage?
Nah.
No mortgage?
Nah.
Oh, there you go. No mortgage. I was like, damn, bro, because I'm like almost double that.
Yeah, but because I don't have it. But if I had a mortgage, I'll be 10 plus.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like 13.
So with with my 2 properties and all my bills and my kids and miscellaneous, right? I need to make over $16,000-17,000 a month.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. That's $17,000. So the other day, me and my wife, we had an argument because our oldest son is he's going to school but he's failing. He's working as a waiter. She goes, "What do you think's wrong?" I said, "Well," she goes, "Why is he failing?" And I go, "Why is he failing?" And she goes, "He just doesn't get it." And I say, "No, you know what it is?" I said, "He has everything so easy. We pay for everything. We pay for this. We pay for the insurance. We have this and that. He lives for free."
How old is he?
He's 20.
Oh.
So then I go, "Well, I'm going to start charging him $600 a month." She goes, "For what?" I said, "I don't know."
To teach him.
Just to teach him. I will say it's for this, for cell phone, insurance. You're going to help with the lighting bill, whatever. I go, that $600 isn't going to help me. It's going to do nothing.
It's not life-changing.
It's not going to, hey, let's go to Olive Garden. It's not going to help me, but you know what it's going to teach him? Responsibility. He needs to this and that. I said, you know what we do? We save the money, and then in 2 years, we can get him a new car or whatever, you know? We'll give the money back to him. And she's like, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. I said, you think I got $17,000 every month? I don't have it, but I figure it out. That's what I'm teaching my son. I don't got $17,000, bro. I don't got that on my account, But I know I need to make that for us to have the lights on and for us to go eat out and for us to live the way we live, for us to go to Vegas, for us to go to a concert, for us to do this. I know I need to make this so we're all happy, right? So why can't I teach my son that with $500? So that's something I'm trying to implement, and
Do it.
I'm trying so hard, bro.
We're the last
Mohicans?
last of the Mohicans, fool, that are go-getters, that are, you know, these younger generations have it pretty easy compared to how we have
Way
it.
easy, bro.
But I think it's very important. And I think that's when I feel like, damn, am I too hard? Am I going to be one of those dads?
No,
you
man.
know?
That's how our dads were
with
with
us.
us.
Like, shit, that's the way my dad was.
Yeah.
Shit,
My dad's like-
I moved out at 19.
Me
or
too.
18.
My dad's like, you want to be a man? Get out of the house. I go, well, my sister still lives. She's 24. She's still home. She goes, but you're not. She's not a man. Go home. And she goes, leave. I go, where you want me to go? She goes, I don't know. My dad. I remember my dad. I went and got 2 jobs. I was working at Champs and at T-Mobile, and then my dad helped me with my first apartment. I was paying $950 a month.
Yeah.
My dad paid the first and the first month
Uh-huh.
and then the deposit, $1,800. And he goes, don't worry about it. This is your place. Figure it out. And I fucking moved in. I'm thinking, oh, I got my own
Yeah.
place, inviting friends over. But then I'd be like, hey, pick up the trash. Like, you know, you start
Now
learning.
you turn into your dad.
Yeah, turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
Paga
Yeah.
la luz,
Paga la
cabrón.
luz.
You pay bills around
Yeah,
here.
hey, when people would come over, like, you know when people would come over, like, I was
Yeah.
19. Hey, can I come over? I'm like, yeah, but fucking bring toilet paper, fool. Like, don't bring beer. Bring fucking toothpaste.
I just, you know, being a parent is really hard, bro.
Yeah, but
to be honest,
we need that more right now.
And then I'm like, and then I think, like, when she's like, my daughter's 10,
Yeah.
or she's gonna be 10, and you know she has it so good, but she's such a good kid.
Yeah, yeah,
And then sometimes I feel like, how do I toughen her out more?
yeah.
Put her in jiu-jitsu. But
Yeah.
aside from that, I'm like, how am I gonna be when she's 17, 18?
Yeah,
I don't want to hand her everything,
yeah, yeah,
but she's a girl.
yeah.
And then sometimes I think we have that.
My princesa.
Yeah, we have that double standard, like with our kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my son he's gonna be 2, so it's like, he has to be tough.
Yeah.
And then like my daughter's like, oh no, mija.
Yeah.
So it's like, where do I draw the line? It's just hard. Fool.
It's hard, bro. It's so hard, man. And but honestly, like the thing parents need to do is be more involved and put your kids in activities, keep them busy. Because when you keep them busy, they're away from all that bullshit.
Yeah.
They're away from the drugs, the freaking losers, they're getting pregnant, all that.
Yeah.
You know, just keep them busy, be present. Now, I'm talking about keeping busy. Go watch YouTube.
No,
Nah,
like
man,
busy,
keep
being involved.
Be involved. Take the trash out. Do this. Go learn a language. You know, something. You know. Right now, I'm teaching Jacob Spanish and Armenian. I'm talking to him both languages. I haven't done with my other kids, but with Jacob and Dylan, I'm trying to teach them those 3 languages like I grew up. You know. Yeah.
I know, bro. I feel the same way, and I just feel like, I don't know, man. Ain't no parent there's no parent out there that has it figured out. You know, and I think you have to go through those challenges and you know, one step at a time.
Yeah, bro.
You know, you gotta be better, but
Yeah.
your partner has to be there
Even
with
better.
you.
Even better. Oh.
Because I have,
Oh.
it's a tough relationship I have with my oldest. Then this fool calls me and he's like, I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable, you know, since you were too, you know. He calls me and he's like, oh, well, it's $5,000 for this thing. I need you to co-sign for me. And I was like, well, what? So it ended up being not 5, but 25,000.
Oh.
So I'm like, wait. I haven't spoke to you in how long, and you just call me. Hold up, pump your brakes. She's like, what's the least you could do? You were never there for me.
Oh. Damn. That's he's learning.
Oh, no,
he's learning.
Manipulative.
He's learning that shit from movies, bro.
And I'm just like,
Like,
all right, first of all, I worked a lot when he was little. I was, I built all this, unfortunately, while he was little.
Yeah.
And I accepted it and I owned it. You know,
My-
I'm like, all
my-
right, bro, like I can't go back.
yeah, man.
It's not like I was an abusive or fucking drug addict. Like I wasn't none of that. I was working.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Bro, I'm on the same boat.
and then I'm
Literally.
like,
That's crazy, bro.
and then I start questioning myself, like, damn.
Was I a bad father?
Yeah.
No.
Like, was I? Like, was I, like I owned it. I owned up to it. That's how I am. If I fuck up, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I fucked up, dog.
Yeah.
My bad, homie.
I didn't love your mom.
Like, I had to leave her ass, you know what I'm saying? And even
But
then,
it's your
like,
ex, right? It's your ex?
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
But I'm like, and I'm still
Crazy,
cool, like,
dude. Oh, man.
I just,
You know what my
I do a lot of reflecting, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and my wife tells me the truth. And
Second wife.
Yeah. Well, my
Wife now.
yeah, the one that's the current one. Hopefully, the
good one,
that one
the
lasts
good-
forever.
The good one.
Yes. And then I'm like, I need you to tell me the truth. And
Yeah.
she's like, bro, this is wild. And I'm just like, I never like to be like, oh, I'm balling out of control or this or that. But they hear a lot of things.
Yeah,
and
they
my
see
son-
it. They see
like,
the
oh,
studio.
well,
This, you
boom.
got it. Yeah.
yeah, I got it, but
I worked hard.
I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
But then he was here when I got the call. Actually, I was just like, kind of like, it fucks with me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, like, what do I do?
But you gotta know, bro. Like, it's not your fault. It's good hunting.
And then
it's not your fault.
and I don't like to talk bad about his mom.
No.
I never do that. I never point fingers. I could only take responsibility for my actions.
Yeah.
And then I try to get better from it. But it's like, damn, these kids just think that money grows on trees, and like, it's so easy for you to go ask.
Do you live in Southern California and are you looking to buy, sell, or refinance one of your properties? What better agent to represent you than the host of True Hustle Podcast? Go ahead, give us a call or send us a text at 323-352-7946. Now let's get back to the episode, baby.
Change the roles. And if I was to go ask my dad, like, hey, bro, give me this. Be like, "Ta la verga, güey.
Yeah.
Get to work, homie."
Yeah.
And then that's when I feel like, oh, man, like, did I make that mistake? Did I, am I going to make that mistake with my younger ones? I'm like, I'm trying to be super involved, but I need to teach them the value of hard work and how ain't nothing given to you. But then again, it's like they don't have it the way we had it.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucking hard, dog.
Bro, it's
For
hard.
anybody that says that parenting is easy, it's not.
No, it's not.
bro.
Dude, the other day, my son, come on, same situation with you. I'm divorced, a kid. My son Dominic comes over, and he's always over. He's always good. Plays video games. He's a good kid. He's straight A's. Really proud of him. No, that's another one. So then Dominic comes home, and he sees me playing with Jacob, my little one. He's 2. I'm playing with him, hugging him. And then Dominic just gets all emotional, and he goes, "Why did you abandon us?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "Why did you abandon me and Mom?" I said, "Abandon you? I abandoned you?" And I go, "Oh, time out." And then right away, my wife now grabs Jacob, and I go, "I need to talk to this kid." So I go, what do you think I abandoned you?" He goes, "Mom told me you abandoned us." I said, "I abandoned you?" I said, "You know what the definition of abandoning is?" "Okay, let me tell you that little story." I said, "Your mom and I were together. We had you. We loved you very much. We lived together, but it didn't work out with your mom. We broke up, right? You moved up. She moved you up north. Didn't tell me. I filed police reports. The kidnapping, this, that. There's no court order, so it wasn't kidnapping because he was with your mom. She moves up to Modesto, California, files for residency, forges my signature, gets full custody of my son, then finally calls me and goes, "Hey, do you want to see your son?" A year later. I didn't know where you were for a year. I looked for you. I lost my business, my cell phone store. I lost everything for you in attorney fees because I had to pay for your mom's attorney and my attorney. Now you live in Modesto when you were born here in Burbank, California. I said, I spent all this money in attorneys trying to get you back over here, and I kept in contact with you ever since. I drove up there with money I never had to go see you, and I pay child support, this, that, and I've sent your mom money, and I've tried to keep a relationship with you while you living up there. For 15 years, I've gone up to drive to see you how many times? She goes, "A lot." I go, "How many times did your mom bring you to me?" I go, 7 times in 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Did I abandon you?" No. I said, "I love you. You're my son. You're my firstborn." I said, "I left everything for you." I said, "I started doing comedy because of your mom kidnapped you and took you up north. It's not called kidnapping." I said, "But I broke up with your mom. We broke up. I never broke up with you. I never abandoned you." The word abandon means that I don't even look for you. I don't give you money. I don't care about you. I said, but you're my son. And I'm very proud of my son, Dominic. I want to give him a shout out right now. He's got straight A's. He's coming to LA this weekend for a Scholastic Bowl. And then he's going to Iowa for a Scholastic Bowl. Like, he's really smart. And I'm very proud of him.
That's right, bro. What is it, Dominic?
Dominic,
my guy.
But yeah, I
Straight A's
never
are good.
abandoned him. And
How old is he?
He's turning 16. But I just think
How did that make you feel?
It made me like, it crushed my soul, bro. It crushed me because it's everything I knew. Like, bro, like when she took my son away from me, bro, I wanted to kill myself. I was so depressed. I was so sad. I was lost. Imagine not knowing your son is for a year. You don't know where he is. No. You don't know if he's okay. You don't know where anything. She's just gone, right? So that's why I started doing stand-up comedy. Like, I was feeling like this, and I go to my dad. I go, Dad, I think I'm gonna hurt myself. He goes, why? I said, I really need therapy. And he goes, you know how expensive therapy is? He goes, come to the club. I'll put you on stage. And I started doing comedy. I started talking about one of my first jokes is about child support, 1,100, my son Dominic, and everything. And but it's crazy, bro.
Bro, I would dislike her very much.
Bro, I was so mad. And then I called her and I told her, why would you tell Dominic I abandoned you? And then she goes, 'cause you did. I said, oh, here we go. I said, I gotta go.
All right, here comes the
question.
I
don't want to do this.
I'm gonna take a shot at her ethnicity. She Latina.
Yes.
Fucking toxic. Damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
No, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's she's a good person now. We have a great relationship. She's remarried. I like her husband. I actually talk about it on my comedy. Her new husband is really good, and I send her money, and we're good now. We're like a little.
We have a lot of similarities, bro.
It's so cool,
because my son's stepdad, he's a cool ass dude.
He's a cool ass dude, bro.
Like, is this fool, like,
yeah, man.
You know,
yeah, bro. He's cool.
Yeah. Even when my son would try to be like, oh, well, this and that, I was like, bro,
no,
you don't get involved with grown folks' business.
Yeah.
Like, because he would try to be like, oh, well, him and my mom.
Yeah.
Like, so what, bro? That has nothing to do with you, player.
Yeah.
You stay out of grown folks' business. You know what I'm saying?
He's I say this on stage too a lot. I said I love my son's stepdad, and then everyone goes, "Aw," and I said, you know why? Because he's good to my son. Aw, and he's dealing with her.
And that's a fact,
That's
bro.
a fact. I said, this is a joke I do on stage. I go, one time she called me and she's like, I'm leaving Oscar. I'm like, no, you're not. I said, Oscar's the best thing that happened to us.
Let's regroup here. We need therapy. Yes, all of us, all three. I three, please stay together.
No, but it's crazy, bro. Being a parent, I mean, there's no right answer. Just the best advice I can give you guys is just show up. That's it.
And I think I show up for my children so much.
Yeah.
Now, you know, like with my two little ones, it's because of the trauma of my childhood.
Yeah.
I told my mom that. Or I told my wife that 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Or my suegra, actually, because she was trying to have like a deep one-on-one. She's all cheering me on because of what I got going. And then, you know, I told her, like, I think I'm super involved, and I go to all the events, every recital, anything that has to do with them.
Yeah.
I'm there because when I was growing up, they weren't there. No, I'm like looking on tan.
Yeah.
Ni madre, like nobody, bro.
That's how I feel right now when I you know when I land back from the road, I'm in the airport and you see people with balloons and flowers and I'm like, where's my family?
So then I think that's why I am the way I am with my kids now. I'm
man.
Fuck
but you're lucky, you're blessed, you're able to do that.
Yeah.
I miss so much stuff, bro. I'm a FaceTime guy, and it reminds me of with Dominic.
But in your case, it's different.
It's so different,
you know, because you provide by traveling and touring. You know what I'm saying? And that itself has its own challenges. Yeah. So, I mean, I think you do the best that you can do.
And then what they see is what they see on social media. They see the pictures of everybody. They see the drinks, the shots, but they don't know what the dark side. How I'm alone in a hotel room, sad. I'm eating alone. I'm looking at pictures of, hey, look, they're at the park or they're at an event, and I'm not there. Or
how do you deal with that?
I get all the texts, oh, where's Jack? Why aren't you here at the party? I'm like, I'm on the road. I'm working. How do I deal with it? I honestly, I drink. If I was sober,
It would be sadder?
It would be so much sadder. I'd rather wake up with a hangover than fucking tears.
Damn, that must be.
It's tough, bro.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like right now, Dominic is gonna be in a Scholastic thing. He's coming to LA finally. He's coming to LA. The school's bringing him. He's doing a Scholastic thing. This I don't know what this competition, and he's in it. And when he lands, I fucking go to San Antonio. So like I'm gonna miss him by a few hours. So it's like it sucks.
It sucks, but I mean, you're gonna be back when?
I come back on May 12th, bro. I'm gone for 12 days.
Shit.
I go to San Antonio on Saturday. Then I fly to Chicago. I'm then Rosemont, Illinois, and then from there I go to Vegas for 5-6 days, and I'm practicing my special. I'm doing but shout out to Vegas. I haven't even promoted it, but if you guys post this, I'll be in Vegas for 5 days at the LA Comedy Club at the Strat. If you can't make it to my special, I'm gonna be running it at in Vegas.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm looking forward to your special because we're gonna be there too.
yeah,
dog.
I'm so looking forward to it, bro. I'm excited as hell. We only got one shot at this, man. We were gonna do 2 shows, but I figured adding a second show would cause me more stress and worry about ticket sales and all that. So I think I'm gonna just stick to the one shot. I'm literally gonna do an hour and a half on stage, doing an hour and a half.
And you're doing the meet and greet.
And the meet and greet. Hour and a half on stage, and when we edit it, I'm gonna cut it down to like 55 minutes.
But it's just gonna. So it's just you. So it's no opener. There's no.
No, we'll have an opener. I haven't decided yet who the opener
Okay.
is.
Okay.
I've reached out to some of the big homies.
Any celebrities?
I reached out to a few of them. We were still waiting to hear back. It's always last minute with them. But yeah, I reached out to. But I have mariachis for sure. I got hors d'oeuvres and I got some coffees and desserts. I got some sponsors giving away some stuff. I might have a singer perform as well. But you're definitely gonna get the Armenian Mexican vibes for sure. And after the special, we're having an after party for my 40th birthday at Giggles Nightclub, which is right across the street. And it's paisa night, bro. So
Oh,
dude.
shit.
So
Now we're gonna feel right at home.
Upstairs is all paisas, and it's amazing. And then downstairs is our people. But you could do both. You could do whatever you want at the same time, bro. So it's gonna be lit. It's great. And only the first 300 people are gonna get in. So
Oh shit!
it'll be
Then we
fun.
gotta go, doggy.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. It's
Well, my
great.
brother, I want to thank you so much for coming by.
That's
you
it?
You are episode 100. You know what I'm
Episode
saying?
100.
Episode 100, and we had to save it for the big dog. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, all right. Before we go,
Hold on, I have a question. Why am I always the big dog? I don't
because you're
want.
hairful. You want to be called a little dog? Fool, you better fucking get a comb over like me, dog. You know what I mean? Because you have fucking big ass hair,
Yeah,
fool.
I'm always like, oh, it's all big dog.
All right. Yeah. Here we go. You can't let him go without asking him this.
Oh shoot, what happened?
If you go to a fucking Mexican restaurant,
Yes.
you're gonna order menudo or pozole.
Pozole.
Why?
I never liked menudo. You know why? The meat's so chewy. I do a joke about it. I said, whenever you go down in Latina, the clit is like menudo meat. It's all chewy.
You know what? I don't like menudo either.
I
Though.
like pozole with. So this is my go-to.
I don't fuck with it like that.
This is my go-to, bro. When I go to a Mexican restaurant, I sit down right away before the chips and salsa are out. I get a michelada, modelo especial. I get I don't like the sweet. I just like
Okay.
I get my michelada. I have that. I have some chips and salsa, and then I have my I'll have my pozole, and then I'll order like a taco.
Okay.
taco.
But what kind of beer do you?
Modelo especial. Why?
Why is everybody getting Modelo?
Or Victoria? You like Victoria?
I get Pacifico.
Pacific. Oh yeah,
I like to have Pacifico with my michelada.
I just don't like the brown bottle. It's too brown. It looks like caca.
I don't know. The
I like
brown
this- I
bottle
like to see
makes it look like it's stronger.
I like the golden. I like seeing the gold.
I don't like to
I'm
see
Armenian.
the gold.
I'm Armenian. I like gold.
Oh, you like gold. So, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to pick one, if you had to pick your dinner, your perfect dinner, would it be Mexican food or Armenian food? Yeah, I put them on the spot.
Oh, I mean, for dinner, I would choose Armenian food.
And for lunch?
Mexican food. Mexican food for breakfast and lunch.
What about late night?
Late night.
What about-
late night tacos? Yeah, because there's no the kebab guys have been going out there lately. Have you seen that? There's kebab tents now. They're learning from
seen 'em.
Mexicans. You see now?
What kind of tacos?
Oh, I'm a pastor guy. I like pastor. Carnitas.
This guy, me and this guy.
Huh? I like a little bit of pineapple. Yeah.
Oh, hold back up. Hold that.
Hold on. Pineapple on my pizza too.
No, you didn't.
I like pineapple on my
We've
pussy.
been like,
Pineapple on my pussy?
that's different. Okay, so you like al pastor with the piña,
On the side though.
not in the
Not in
taco.
it. No. Like a
Okay,
like a
okay,
garnish.
Okay.
Why?
And nah,
You- I don't like it broken
like,
up.
I like al pastor, but I
Okay,
don't
wait.
like
Do you like
piña.
Jamaica? I mean, not Jamaica.
I love Jamaica.
What are those? Jarritos. Jarritos. No,
Yeah.
You don't like the pineapple one?
I'll fuck with it, but I just don't like.
I like the orange one. The pineapple
Okay.
one.
They're gonna fucking talk shit, but I don't
Oh,
give a
well,
fuck.
tell me.
Listen, I don't like piña on my tacos, and I don't like piña on pizza.
I mean, okay, I have one for you. Let's see how Mexican you are. Do you put ketchup on your pizza?
Hell no.
I do. It's bomb, bro.
You want to know how I eat my pizza?
That's a very Mexican thing, and people didn't think it's Mexican, bro. When I grew up in Mexico City, I saw it, and like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, they put ponle queso,
Really?
ponle queso, ponle queso. I'm like, I tried it. It fucking tastes bomb, bro.
Really?
My whole
I
family
love
judges
pizza.
me.
That's
Bro.
one of my favorite meals. But the way I eat my pizza is extra sauce, extra pepperoni, and I eat my pizza with ranch.
Oh, I don't know. That's
I
white.
cannot
You're
eat
so
my
white.
fucking. You think that's white?
That's hella white.
So I eat it with ranch and jalapenos. But I don't
I
like.
leave jalapenos for sure.
But I don't like the jalapenos on the pizza. I like the jalapenos on the side.
Oh no, I like it in
Like
the
the real
pizza.
jalapenos, like like. So it's like I dip my pizza into the
ranch?
ranch and then put one jalapeno, and I
Yeah.
fucking do that shit the whole fucking time. And I
Real.
have pizza night on Fridays with my kids.
No way, pizza night on Fridays.
Yes, every Friday I get the same pizza, Rico's Pizza and Bell, dog.
I never had a Rico's pizza.
Fire, huh?
Ranch is very
Really?
Americanized, yeah.
Oh, I told you. Okay, so
How you like mayonnaise? You know, is this a Mexican thing? My mom grew like, I think we were poor back then. You know what we have? She gave me tortilla, put mayonnaise and jalapeno in it.
no, that's normal.
Or
No, I would get.
enfrijoladas.
Check this
You
out.
like enfrijoladas?
But enfrijoladas are bomb.
But yeah, but like I go, Mom, how come we don't make that anymore? She goes, porque no estamos pobres.
I would get-
She used to give us enfrijoladas.
I would eat a pinche pan bimbo, 2 slices.
Oh yeah,
with mayonnaise on it.
yes.
That's it.
No, I'll put beans in it though.
No, like there was a time where I like now I'm like, ugh, I won't eat that shit. But it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
What's something that What's something you would? What something else you would eat? Would you eat as like dessert as a kid that you don't eat now?
all right. The ultimate dessert is flaming hots, player.
Dessert? Flaming hot
Dessert.
Cheetos?
Like I would fucking
The fuck?
full like we
Well,
we
that's
didn't
not
have
a dessert,
dessert
it's a
in
snack.
Mexico.
Oh.
Okay, like in my Mexican household, I didn't have like a dessert. Like it would be like, oh, vas a comer luego el postre, ni madre.
Yeah.
You know?
El postre, el postre.
But we wouldn't have postres like that. Only in quinceañeras and bautizos, they'd be
No.
like, ay, el postre. But
postre.
yeah, it is a party.
Dude.
But at the house,
Yeah.
like, no. Yeah. All
So
right.
check this out.
See,
Imagine me. I'm 8 years old, maybe 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
After dinner in Mexico City, my grandma would put freaking give us coffee, café con leche, and orejas.
abuelita?
Orejas.
okay.
Remember orejas?
Yes, yes.
You break it up and you eat that. Yeah, it's all. You know how much sugar that is? And she's like, "Go to sleep." I'm like, I'm on one.
So, okay, we didn't have postres, but cenábamos.
Yeah.
So it's like we would eat like around 5, and then like vas a cenar, and then you're gonna go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
My brother, up to this day, well, my oldest brother has autism, right?
Yeah.
But autism or not,
Yeah.
el güey quiere cenar, güey. My brother will not go to sleep without his leche and his panecito.
Oh wow.
But back then when I was growing up, we had the ultimate, the best of the best, gancitos.
Oh yeah, gansito. Oh, frozen.
We wouldn't have them frozen.
I love it frozen, bro. When you cut it open, I did it recently.
Fire.
I went to Vallarta. I'm like, oh shit, I have nostalgia. I grabbed it.
I
put
didn't even know they still sell them.
My son Jacob's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm putting it in the freezer. He's like, why? I said, you'll
Because
see.
it freezes the jelly inside.
Dude, my
my
grandmother taught me some old school habits like that I still use it till this day. Like when I sit down, like this, no elbows on the table, wrists like this always.
Really?
I still do it sometimes. I freaking myself out. Like at a table, I'm always like this. Also, too, when we were little, she made us eat all our food, and she put a big empty cup right here, right? And then she'll put the soda in the middle, and you weren't allowed to touch the soda till you finish all your food. I remember one time I was like, I was eating hot sauce, like, kawa, no, termina la comida, like, and I remember that from my grandma, like, she would literally toss these old school, and then we're done eating, she'd make us wash our dishes. That stuff's like, my grandma was the best, man.
Did your grandma cook with lard?
I don't know. I was never allowed in the kitchen.
Oh, my mom still cooks with lard.
Damn, bro. It's delicious.
Like, I was there Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, vino nomás, whatever. And then my sister's there.
Smells great,
And
huh?
then, because my dad, they're retired, so
Yeah.
she's like, voy a hacer frijoles. And I'm like, I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
And then she's like, vamos a traer virote.
Yeah.
Some people call it bolillo, but we call it virote.
Yeah.
And then, boom, gets the lard out and starts making refried beans.
Yeah.
And I fucked it up. It fucked up my diet. That's the problem
fresco.
that I have. Like, I'm pretty good with my diet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it goes out the window every time I go to my mom's house. It's really difficult for me to tell my mom no.
Yeah.
Because as you know.
She wants you a little gordito.
Yes. And then when I lose weight, and even though if I lose like 2 pounds, she'll notice.
Yeah, she'll be like,
Ay, te miras bien flaco.
¿ya estás en drogas?
Mi madre.
¿Estás
You
en
know what I'm
drogas?
saying? Come, cabrón, come. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck? I lost 2 pounds.
Yeah,
you know?
my mom used to always say, ¿estás en drogas? I'm like, sí, soy en drogas.
De las buenas.
But I was. Estás enfermo.
But it's like, it's crazy to look back at my childhood and to think that I didn't want to eat the foods that my mom would make because I wanted to be cool with my other friends that their mom wouldn't cook.
Yeah.
So they wanted to go eat burgers.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be with the cool crowd, you know? Or I'd be cool like my homies. Like, we're going to go eat fucking burgers. Then my mom had carne en chile at the house.
Oh, carne en chile with the green sauce?
Yeah, no, with the red sauce.
Oh, I agree.
And then it's like, looking back at it, I'm like, why would I want to eat a fucking burger?
Yeah.
Instead of this carne en chile. Homemade. I look back and all the shit that we didn't like, I love now.
Yeah.
Even the music.
I want a Happy Meal. Oh, you want a Happy Meal? Cómete eso.
Cómete esto, cabrón. ¿Cuál pinche Happy Meal? And then we had our
music. I used to hate Luis Miguel when I was a kid.
Fuck.
I fucking love Luis Miguel now. Cuando calienta el sol.
Dude.
Aquí en la playa.
Banda Vallarta show.
Oh my God.
Shit, dog. I used to hate it growing up. And now I'm fucking provócame. And it's just crazy to see how
mujeres.
Because I don't care what anybody says, dog. I think the older you get,
you turn to your parents.
You turn into your parents. I don't, bro.
I am.
I do shit that my
Quiero
parents.
Llorar.
Damn, fool, banger. How about Los Terrícolas?
Tu cárcel, man. That was the song, bro.
Bro, and
I requested at the bar. I was.
Cuenta,
nadie es perfecto y tú lo verás.
Bro. But I do shit that is like, damn, I'm just like my parents.
Yeah.
But it's the older I get.
Yeah.
Like I go, I still carry my coffee mug and shit.
Yeah.
And then I'd be watering my grass with my coffee mug.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Only my dad would do this shit.
Yeah.
I go to the Home Depot with my coffee mug.
Yeah.
I fucking do this. I do that. And I'm like,
we turn into that, man.
what the fuck?
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I still feel like that little kid.
What are some things that you do now that remind you of your parents?
Oh, my working too much and not being around. I get it.
I think that's us right there.
Bro, it is, bro. It's just so hard. He's like, I didn't go to your games because I was working.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I said, but what?
But I understand. My dad never went to any of my shit.
Yeah.
Because he was always working, right? Well, he was working, so it's not,
He was working.
He was working, but then I'm like, but damn, fool, you could have left early.
Yeah.
What
were you doing?
Like, what were you doing, fool? Like,
Yeah.
Because even if I'm at work, I'm going to leave and I'm going to be there for my kids.
I just feel bad that I gave my parents such a hard time about that because now I see how hard I work right now. I work so hard. And the last thing I want to hear is my kids complain about how much I work. And it's like, because I get it now. Like,
It's funny that you brought that up because I found the report card.
Ooh. From your parents?
From my report card in the 9th grade.
Unsatisfactory.
FUU, FUU, FUU. I'm gonna FUU.
That's fail and unsatisfactory?
Fail, unsatisfactory. I got straight Fs.
Damn, bro.
I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying, but it just fucking shows me how fucked up of a kid I was.
Yeah.
And the shit that I put my parents through. And I'm like, now as a parent, what they would tell me is like, vas a ver, cabrón, cuando tengas tus hijos.
Digos, you're going to get your karma.
And then I'm like, fuck, I hope not.
Yeah.
And it's like, I put them through all that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But the thing is, I think that's okay, though, to fail. Because I was the same way. I feel like the people that I know right now that are successful were failures or degenerates. Like, the only time it's funny that I say this right now. I got good at math after I started selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you became a mathematician.
There's 28 grams in an ounce. Like, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that. You know, I learned decimals.
And there's 16 ounces in a pound.
That's 1.1 right there. I learned about decimals. I learned about fractions. I got good at math. So I'm trying to tell you, like, you could turn any negative into a positive. So, like, if you failed, you need to fail in order to be successful. Fail. Failure is great. I'm still failing, bro. Like, I'm going to San Antonio on Saturday, bro. I got 40 tickets sold. You know? That's a loss right now. But I'm going to go out there, and if I fail, I learn from it. I'm gonna hustle more next time. But I'm flying there right now on my dime. I'm going to go make 40 people laugh. You know?
Those 40 people paid to see you.
Yes, that's why I'm going. I'm not canceling. There's comments that they'll cancel these shows.
I'm not canceling shit.
I'm showing up. It's going to be the best freaking show ever.
Exactly.
You know? So,
but you know, there's Mexicans over there, so they'll sell out by the last day.
Let's go, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I love San Antonio, bro. Some Texas barbecue, man.
You know, I fuck with Texas, fool.
I love Texas.
Like,
yeah.
Remember, bro?
I want to move there. I want to move there.
Like, if I was to leave California, Texas will probably be one of my top destinations.
100%.
First of all, the houses are huge, which this I don't really care about. You know, but that humidity is like kind of like a deal breaker. So I would want to keep my house here and then go over there.
Rent it out.
You know, go over there like for 8 months.
Summer in LA.
You know? Yes. Like, because that shit is crazy, dog. Remember? I was like, nah, I can't do this, dog. No, I'm really delicate as shit. But other than that, fool, Texas, I fuck with Texas, dog.
I like it. I like it a lot.
San Antonio's nice. I like the river walk. I mean, I was just there. So.
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope you sell out.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And I'm looking forward to your special.
May 17th.
Because we will be there.
Yes.
And I'm excited, brother.
Yeah, man.
Keep hustling, bro. You're a good example to a lot of these newer comedians.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that they're able to see your grind.
Yeah, man.
To see your hustle, and they get inspired.
Let's go.
Because at the end of the day, we're getting older, fool.
We gotta teach. We gotta pass on the torch.
So that you have to inspire people and
you have to pass the torch, bro.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, I'm always open up. I open up my doors. You guys can always ask me questions. I've helped a lot of comedians grow. I still help comedians. I love teaching, and I love teaching. But I have one rule: learn how to listen. That's it. People don't listen sometimes.
But I don't think they listen because their ego is too.
They go, oh, this fool doesn't know what he's talking about. This fool only has 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 500,000 followers.
But it doesn't. Sometimes things like that are irrelevant. And sometimes people need to open up their ears and listen, even though they feel that the person ain't going to give. Like, oh, he ain't going to. Bro, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
So listen more, shut up.
Exactly.
Listen.
Amen.
Shut up. And then implement. And if you don't like what the person said, cool. Keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
My brother.
Thank you, brother.
You already know I appreciate you.
101.
I can't wait for your
episode.
100. Could you believe that
100,
shit? 100. The merch drops today. And I want to, tell everybody out there that we have some hardcore fucking True Hustle fans, bro. I appreciate you guys. You've been supporting me since day one. And this is pretty big, bro. 100.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes. That's a lot of conversations.
Lots of conversations.
And I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting me.
Am I the only half Mexican on this show?
No, we had... We had a couple that were half.
Nice.
You know, we're the only half Armenian.
Hey.
And the only one that's been here 3 times.
Hey. But only
You know, but one of them didn't count because I fucking lost it. But my brother, I appreciate you, man. Let's go, baby.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss our weekly episodes. Let's go, baby.